Have you ever scrolled through your friends list and noticed someone who never posts? No selfies, no birthday photos, no updates for months. It's almost like they don't exist online. But here's the twist. Psychology says their silence actually speaks volumes because not posting is also a form of communication, and what it reveals about them might surprise you. Before we dive in, make sure you hit subscribe, because on this channel, we don't just scroll through people's lives, we decode their minds. Number 1. Privacy over popularity. Let's start with the first layer, privacy orientation. Psychologists use this term for people who value control over how much of their lives the world sees. They're not hiding, they're filtering. In a time when most people overshare for validation, these individuals find peace in silence. They don't need digital applause to feel secure. They don't post to be seen, they post if it matters. This doesn't mean they're antisocial or cold. It often means they're emotionally mature enough to understand that not everything valuable has to be visible. Number 2, strong self-concept. There's a fascinating study on something called self-concept clarity, basically how well you know who you are. People who post less often score higher on this scale. They don't need public approval to confirm their identity. They already know what they stand for. When you're grounded in your values, you stop performing for the crowd and start living for yourself. While others chase likes and trends, they focus on meaning, not metrics. That's not detachment, that's direction. Number 3, emotionally secure people don't perform confidence, they own it. Many people post to feel confident, but those who rarely post already are confident. Psychologists call this secure self-esteem, a quiet form of confidence that doesn't need a stage. They don't need to announce their happiness to feel it. They don't use filters to look perfect. They're comfortable being imperfect and private. And here's what's interesting. Secure self-esteem is linked with lower anxiety, better decision-making, and more meaningful relationships. Because when you stop performing, you start living. Number 4, thinkers, not show-offs. Low posters often have something called an internal locus of evaluation. They judge themselves by their own standards, not others. They post with purpose, not pressure. When they speak, it's because they've thought it through. They prefer silence over noise, quality over quantity. And if you've ever had a conversation with someone like this, you know their words carry weight. They think deeply, feel deeply, and connect deeply. Number 5, they see through the digital illusion. Psychologists talk about social comparison theory, how we measure our worth against others' highlight reels. But those who stay low-key, they've seen the illusion for what it is. They understand that online life isn't real life. It's a performance, a projection. So they opt out, not because they're shy, but because they're awake. They choose mental peace over digital pressure. They don't need the world to see their joy to believe in it. Number 6, the final layer, quiet confidence. Here's the paradox. In a world that screams for attention, the most confident people are often the quietest. They don't post to be seen. They post when they have something worth seeing. So next time you notice someone who rarely shares online, don't assume they're disconnected. They might just be the ones most connected to themselves, their values, and reality. They don't need to be seen to feel seen, and that's real confidence. If you love understanding how the human mind works, why people act, post, and think the way they do, hit subscribe now, because here we don't chase trends, we study the psychology behind them.